Hi, it's Alicia and Paul from Real Deck Gaming. Today we're at Win Derby and we're going to show you how to play Face-Up Pai Gow.
We're not going to so much concentrate on strategy today as much as we are how the game is played and how the side bets are. Keep in mind side bets may be different different places that you play. Let's go ahead and get to it. So in Pai Gow Poker, honestly, Pai Gow is where you're going to have your money most likely last the longest because there's a lot of pushing involved with Pai Gow. So this is the main bet. The object of Pai Gow, it's face-up Pai Gow, so the dealer is going to flip up 7 cards, and they're going to set their cards according to their house way. You want to put your best 5 cards on the bottom, and then your best 2 card hand on top. If you win, let's say, the low hand, and you lose on the high hand, then it's a push. This main bet will push. If you win on the high hand and then win on the low hand, then it's a win. Now in this case here at Derby, they have a lucky loser bet, which is kind of like Pai Gow insurance. It pays on a ace high all the way down to a 9 high. The ace high bonus, they have at most every Pai Gow table. The ace high bonus pays on the dealer ace high. So if the dealer has ace high, now the odds are different depending on where you go. If the dealer has ace high, then it's 7-1 here. If the dealer has a joker high, it's 10-1. And if they have a dealer and player Pai Gow ace high, then it's 25-1. A normal Pai Gow deck is 53 cards. It's 52 cards. And then 1 joker. That joker can be used to complete a straight, complete a flush, or it can be used to as an ace. It will default to an ace. Now, what they do when they deal out Pai Gow, they deal out every spot at the table. Just as a side note, how they deal the cards at each place depends on their particular house rules. Some places, like in Vegas, they'll have 3 dice that they shake, and that'll decide which player or which spot gets the first hand. Some places will have a digital screen that'll randomize a seat number to get the first deck. Here at Derby, what they do is they have a action button, and that action button moves from spot to spot, and that's how they decide who gets the first hand. And then the dealer will open up their cards, and then you'll see what they have, and then you want to go ahead and look at your cards after they've done that. All the cards are dealt out except for 4 that are burned off to the side. And then the good thing about Pai Gow is no matter how you set your cards, if you have a fortune bonus, let's say you have 3 aces, which will play pay a 3 of a kind on the fortune bonus. If you put 2 aces on the bottom and an ace on top, because that's what you have to do to beat the dealer, that 3 of a kind is still going to be paid out. All right, so let's go ahead and try a couple hands of this. We'll go ahead and put that out. I mean, we'll put out the lucky loser and the ace high and the fortune bonus just to see what happens. And we'll put out the jackpot, just in case. You never know. Like I said, the dealer will deal out each spot in Pai Gow, and it's done that way in Pai Gow in general at every place you play at. So we're going to go ahead and wait, and we're going to go ahead and see what the dealer has before we look at our cards. Sevens, ace, 10 is what we have to beat. So right now we're pushing, and that's where it's going to end. We're going to push. So we're going to put our best 5-card hand is going to be, or part of our best 5-card hand is going to be a pair of jacks on the bottom. And then you normally want to put your next 2 highest cards up top. In this case, is going to be an 8-7, and we'll put the 5-4-2 on the bottom. So we'll win the bottom and lose the top. So we'll go ahead and push on that. So you lose the side bets, and then your main bet pushes. Go ahead and try another one. All right, let's go ahead and try one more hand, see what happens. Again, we want to main goal is to beat what the dealer has out, so we're going to go ahead and wait to see what we have to beat before we look at our cards. He has a pair of kings with a queen 6. Pair of kings with a queen 6. This is going to be a little harder. Yep, so in this case, we have an ace-high Pai Gow. So, and I mean, you'd fold it at this point. You can't beat. So in order to, actually we can push. So we're going to put the ace on the bottom, and we're going to put the king up top. We put the jack on the bottom, and the 9 on top. And there you go, your best 2-card hand and your best 5-card hand. We'll get paid 2-1 for that lucky loser bet for having an ace-high Pai Gow. And then we'll try one more maybe. See if we can get a win. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Jacks with an ace queen. Oh, jacks and 3s. All right, jacks and 3s. All right, we got 10s. 10s and 8. No, 10. We got trip 10s. My bad. All right, so we got trip 10s on the bottom. And then we'll have a queen 9 up top. So we're going to beat the jacks on the bottom. And we'll also get paid on the fortune bonus, which is going to get paid 3-1. And that is how you play Pai Gow Poker. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We also hope that you head on down to Win Derby in St. Petersburg, Florida, and enjoy some complimentary drinks while you're playing table games. We'll see you at the tables.